It's Power Rankings time here on NFL Daily. I am your host, Tom Downey. Before we unveil our list from 32 down to number 1, let us know in the comments section who you think is the best team in the NFL. Is it the Patriots, maybe the Niners, or a team with a loss already this year? Let us know what you think in the comments sections because Power Rankings coming up right now. We'll work our way down from 32 to number 1 as voted on here at Chat Sports. No surprise here at the bottom. The Miami Dolphins, they check in at number 32. They are not very good. Also bad at football, number 31, the Cincinnati Bengals. I can't wait for the toilet bowl to decide who gets the number 1 overall pick in Week 16. The Redskins, they continue to look pretty terrible. I know it was a monsoon game, but they're just 1-6. And the Atlanta Falcons, they check in number 29. I think only a matter of time before Dan Quinn gets fired, especially when the Falcons are selling off pieces on their roster. This came in super early this morning. The Atlanta Falcons are getting a second-round pick, I assume in 2020, in exchange for wide receiver Mohamed Sanu, someone the Patriots have wanted since before last year's draft. So who won this trade? Let me know in the comments section. Type P for the Patriots, F for the Falcons. Look, getting a second-round pick for Mohamed Sanu does have 2 years left on his deal, but I think he's only a number 2 wide receiver. That's a win for the Falcons. I don't like trading with Bill Belichick ever. Feels like that always goes badly for the opposing team. But getting a second-rounder, that's a good job there by the Atlanta Falcons. Number 28, the Jets. Oh, my God, they got pounded by the Patriots. That was an ugly, ugly showing. How did they beat the Cowboys last week? No idea. Number 27, the New York Giants. They sit there at 2-5. The quarterback struggles are back for Daniel Jones, almost like he's a first-year player. That's what happens to most rookie quarterbacks. Number 26, the LA Chargers. I guess they just suck. I don't know what happened in LA. I know there are a lot of injuries, but I thought they were going to be 5-2, not 2-5 this year. Number 25, the Denver Broncos. I think you're going to see them sell in the very near future. Guys like Chris Harris, Emmanuel Sanders. Denver's not going to the playoffs. Get those assets while you can. I think Sanders is better than Mohamed Sanu. They should be able to get a second-round pick for him. Now, today's show is brought to you by BetDSI. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code NFL120. Get some bets going on the NFL. Pro tip, bet against the Giants, bet against the Redskins, and against the Dolphins. You'll make money there. Hey, that deposit bonus, plenty of extra cash to give you even more money. It's chatsports.com/bet. Promo code NFL120. Shout out to the Patriots for covering the spread, getting me my parlay this week. I appreciate that. Number 24, it is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They sit there at 2-4. Quarterback injuries. Curious how they go the next couple weeks. That will decide if they can make a playoff push in a kind of down AFC. The Bucs, they check in also at 2-4. They're number 23 overall. So too are the Cleveland Browns. So a common theme here, 2-4 in the 24, 23, 22 range. Maybe the Browns will get going after the bye. The Titans, they are 3-4 this year. And Ryan Tannehill, he looked really good last week. 23 of 29. They had the interception, I know, but 312 yards. Now, last week, I said this was just a change for the sake of change. I guess trying to find that spark. It worked. I know the Chargers defense is bad in part because of injuries, but 312 yards, only a couple of incompletions, really accurate. It worked. So here's the real question. Is Tannehill the answer at quarterback for the Tennessee Titans? Titans fans, if you're watching out there, I'm sure some of you are, type Y for yes, type N for no. I know he had one great game. We've seen quarterbacks have one great game and then just kind of regress back to the mean. We know what Tannehill's mean is. I still think the answer is no. I wonder if the worst case scenario for the Titans is they finish like 8-8 with Tannehill at quarterback and they can't get a good one in the draft. That might be bad. All right, number 20, the Arizona Cardinals. They're on a bit of a hot streak, especially compared to last year. The offense seems to be clicking much better because the offensive line isn't as bad this year. Go figure, right? The Jacksonville Jags, they're next up here, 3-4, a worse record than Arizona, but a little bit tougher schedule overall for the Jags. Cardinals coming off that win over the Giants. All right, number 18, the Chicago Bears. Oh, dear. I don't know what's going on here. I guess they're just bad. At least the offense is bad. The defense has been fine. The defense is not the problem. Don't let the points scored against the Saints fool you, or versus the Saints fool you. It's the offensive issues. They didn't try to run the football. And Mitchell Trubisky, he's just not very good right now. I think it's one thing to expect a quarterback to grow, and I know progression isn't linear, but Trubisky has slid down the learning curve like the banana splits. He's regressed terribly here. He's the problem right now. So what should the Bears do at the quarterback position? I know some Bears fans want to trade. I think the solution is this, and it's not a great one. You just wait. What are you going to do? Trade for somebody, and then you alienate your franchise quarterback in Trubisky. You probably don't get the best guy out there. I think for Chicago, you ride the Trubisky train for this year and then reevaluate after the year ends. Unless, what if Cam Newton actually is available? The problem is, he's not healthy. Do you trust it? That's a gamble. I think you wait if it's the Chicago Bears. Number 17, the Detroit Lions. Now they're 2-3-1, but the tie was a close one. The wins have actually they've played good teams this year. They're just ahead of the Chicago Bears. Number 16, the Philadelphia Eagles. That was an ugly showing against the Dallas Cowboys. They are now 3-4. Some of the teammates have called out others. Alshon Jeffrey was ripping Carson Wentz anonymously, apparently. It's not going great right now in Philadelphia. Number 15, the Oakland Raiders. They are 3-3, and they just made a trade yesterday. Dealt away Garyon Conley, which, remember how when the Rams traded Marcus Peters and everyone's like, wait, what are they going to do now? That's where I'm at with the Oakland Raiders. Wait, you trade away Garyon Conley, you have more assets now, you want more front seven help. I think Oakland is going to make another trade, probably for a front seven piece. So let me know in the comments section, especially you Raiders fans and you Mitchell Wren stands out there. Who should the Oakland Raiders trade for? Let me know in the comment section. And of course, if you're not already, go subscribe to our Raiders channel, youtube.com/Raiders Report. One spot ahead of the Oakland Raiders, it is the Dallas Cowboys. We've seen this story before, right? Cowboys lose a game they have no business losing. Last year, the Titans. This year, the Jets. Play the Eagles. They win in actually impressive fashion. They blow them out of the water, dominate that entire football game. Now they're entering their bye. They're going to get more healthy. They're in first place in the NFC East. The schedule does get tougher the rest of the way. At minimum, the Jason Garrett hot seat talk has cooled off for now. So who will win the NFC East? Let us know in the comments section. It's the Cowboys, the Eagles. I'll give you an other. If Giants truthers, if you exist, I don't know if you do, you can put in other in there, but I don't think that's the best route to go. And the Redskins, you're not an option. Plain and simple. It's really the Cowboys or the Eagles. All right, folks, if your fantasy season has not gone according to plan, for example, let's say you're in a dynasty league, all right, and you've got Patrick Mahomes and Joe Mixon and Juju Smith-Schuster and O.J. Howard and Kerryon Johnson, you're like, wow, and Josh Gordon, you're like, wow, this team's awesome. Or you suck, actually, in reality. Not speaking from personal experience, I swear there. Go play FanDuel. $20 free with your initial $20 deposit. They will hook you up. And play those 50-50 games. You'll make the money back you lost in your fantasy league this year on FanDuel. It's FanDuel.com/chatsports. Get that $20 free with that first $20 deposit. Number 13, it is the L.A. Rams. They bring in Jalen Ramsey. Tough schedule for them, much like the Cowboys. Both those teams got it going, especially L.A. That might be the better team. They have a tougher path, though, because we haven't gotten to Seattle or the Niners quite yet. Number 12, the Houston Texans. Ranking these 4-3, 4-2, 5-2 teams, it's a little bit tough. The Texans, though, just lost to the Indianapolis Colts, so the Colts got to be ahead of them. They check in at number 11. Jacoby Brissett has played very well. Indy might just be a playoff team, and Frank Reich, he might be coach of the year. The Carolina Panthers, they check in next here at number 10. Who needs Cam Newton? Kyle Allen has looked fantastic so far this year in his replacement. All right, the Buffalo Bills, they're number 9. This one by far was the most divisive team to rank in the Chat Sports team rankings here of the NFL Power Rankings. They were as low as 15, Mitch, and as high as 5 or 6, which is what I had them at, but they fall all the way down to number 9. The schedule simply has not been very tough for Buffalo, but they did compete against Patriots. Maybe members here are hating. I don't know. Let us know what you think in the comments. All right, number 8, the Seattle Seahawks. It was a rough showing against the Ravens, but they're still 5-2. They are tracking towards a playoff spot, or at least competing for one in what is right now a very tough NFC wildcard race. The Minnesota Vikings leading the NFC wildcard race right now. They sit at 5-2, while they are trailing an NFC North team, who we'll get to in just a second. The Baltimore Ravens, they take down Seattle. They should be ahead of them. They check in at 5-2. But remember, the Ravens earlier this year lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, they're 5-2. They're in good shape. They had a couple of those back-to-back losses were a bit unexpected, including one to the Indianapolis Colts. But the Chiefs are not going to have Patrick Mahomes for at least a little bit. He's dealing with a right knee injury. He is not going to play this week, barring a total stunner, which I don't think is going to happen, but he could return in maybe a few weeks. The Chiefs are hopeful it's more of a day-to-day than a week-to-week thing, and that maybe it's not the 3 games, maybe it's only 2, the initial 3-game report. In Mahomes' absence, Matt Moore is the next man up. So Chiefs fans and other fantasy owners too, how worried are you about Patrick Mahomes' injury? Rate this for me on a scale of 1 to 10. Let me know in the comments section. 10 being you're freaking out. Mahomes is done. He's never going to be the same guy. 1 being what injury? He's fine. Matt Moore is the next great quarterback under Andy Reid. Let me know what you think in the comments. Time now for the top 4. At number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers just torched the Oakland Raiders. Number 3, the New Orleans Saints. I'm claiming victory on Teddy Bridgewater. I told you guys he was good. And then you've probably figured out the top 2 now, right? At least in some order. The San Francisco 49ers. They check in at number 2. There's only one vote for the Niners as number 1. It came from me, actually. The Niners are the last undefeated team in the NFC, and that defense is legit. 10 points allowed in the last 3 games. I know the schedule has not been daunting. It hasn't been for our number 1 team either, though. It is time to take the Niners seriously, not as a playoff team, but more than that. And then at number 1 here, the New England Patriots. They're 7-0. The schedule, I know, it's been pretty bad beyond maybe the Bills. They haven't played very many teams. The quarterbacks have not been very good that they've faced. Here's the thing, though. This is, again, a very strong Patriots team. That defense is literally breaking fantasy football everywhere. The schedule's been favorable. It gets tougher, but they're 7-0. If you're undefeated, you have to be at the top of the NFL power rankings. That's how it works. So, folks, let us know who you think should be number 1. Niners fans, I know you're watching. Better see you get in the comments as well. It's the Niners number 2, the Patriots number 1. But let us know who you think should be at the top of our NFL power rankings entering Week 8.